Hello YouTubers, the Liver Flush Man here. Today I'm going to talk about the progression of liver disease and the different stages that the liver goes through, from healthy liver to diseased liver all the way to necrosis, liver failure, and liver cancer being the end result of the liver. After that, you're pretty much dead and it's almost irreversible. The medical profession believes basically from necrosis, which is after cirrhosis, that is kind of irreversible, whereas the Liver Flush Man and the work I've been doing, I believe necrosis may be still reversible. It may take years and years and a very disciplined diet and such, with a lot of castor oil packed with vitamin A, vitamin E, aloe vera to reverse the scar tissue, and to dissolve the scar tissue and to soften up the scarring and stuff, so that the liver can regrow new cells, like protective with milk thistle herb. Milk thistle is one of the best herbs out there for the liver, in both protecting the liver cells, as well as producing new cells, or new growth of new cell tissue in the liver. But the progression from a healthy liver to liver failure or liver cancer. Healthy liver starts off healthy, functioning, good, and good digestive overall, general overall being, not excessive weight gain, clear skin, all these benefits in the way you look, in the way you present yourself, the way you feel about yourself, emotional states. A healthy liver means a healthy life, and usually a long life. So, healthy liver, what happens? Bad eating, junk food, chips, alcohol. Alcohol is a big one. Alcohol is the beginning of fatty liver, the alcoholic fatty liver disease. So from a healthy liver, fatty liver, alright? We're going to I'll go through all the stages, then I'll break them all down. So, healthy liver, fatty liver. Fibrosis of the liver, or also called fibrosis of the liver, then cirrhosis of the liver, or liver cirrhosis, then necrosis of the liver, then liver failure, and liver cancer, and that's basically the levels. Now I'll break each one down. Healthy liver functions good, everything's going good. Fatty liver, over 10% of the liver becomes comprised of fat cells. So the liver gets fatty tissue, lots of fat inside the liver, and then as it gets fatty, it begins to enlarge, and plus the blood that goes through the liver is not flowing as well when it becomes fatty liver comprised of fat cells. It's sluggish and slow, and in general, then the liver stones start producing more liver and gallbladder stones. The liver stones are produced in the liver and then dumped into the gallbladder. The thing is that from fatty liver, over 10% comprised of fat cells, and it enlarges and inflames with that fat, and that causes enough inflammation over a long period of time, which is what hepatitis is. Hepatitis means, the definition is inflammation of the liver. Inflammation of the liver. So when it's inflamed all the time, what happens is when it inflames and then shrinks, inflames, shrinks, goes back, every time it inflames and goes back, this is producing friction, and it causes scar tissue to form in the liver, stretching and stuff, so it stretches and scar tissue begins to form. And when scar tissue begins to form, it's not only now fatty liver, but fibrosis, which is fibers of the liver, little fibers that create scar tissue. Alright, so this scar tissue, to the degree that the liver becomes scarred, is to the degree of the stage of fibrosis of the liver, which goes from stage 1 all the way up to 6, being 6 the most severe state of fibrosis of the liver. Some doctors go to stage 4, some go to stage 6. It's all in how you want to break something down to the degree that it's scarred. Okay, so to the degree it gets scarred, and then after fibrosis, 6 stages of fibrosis becomes cirrhosis, and cirrhosis of the liver is when the scar tissue is comprised around almost 100% of the liver, and to the degree that the liver scars around the portal vein, the hepatic portal vein that connects the liver to the heart. This vein there is a huge blood flow of oxygen to the body, and blood is life. So more blood, 3 times more blood goes through your liver than your brain, and more than your heart as well. So also that blood, if it gets restricted and flowed, or it cannot filter through the liver if the ducts get filled up with stones and such, things aren't flowing. So to the degree that the hepatic portal vein gets scarred is the degree of the 6 stages of cirrhosis, which goes from 1 to 6, being 6 the most severe again. And cirrhosis of the liver in the early stages, 1 through 3, is more easily reversible, and then in the later stages, 4, 5, and 6, because of the severity of the scar tissue and the development, because the liver diseases is a progressive stage, which is progressive all the way after cirrhosis is necrosis, where your liver has become hard and calcified, and it's no longer, the tissue is very functional, so there's hardly any blood flow anymore, so the liver is hardly able to do its job, and that is way more harder to reverse, almost impossible in the medical profession. But through my research, I believe that that may still be reversible in some people, not everybody. Alcoholics that drink really strong percentage of alcohol, hard liquor, this is one of the hardest things for the liver to rejuvenate back from. Hard alcohol over excessive long period of time is really destructive to the liver. And then just doing a series of liver flushes may not just cure it, and could also push the liver over the edge or shock the liver and even cause liver failure. Generally, the more disease you have and the more preparation you've got to put into your preparation protocol before your liver flush or a series of liver flushes, if you're trying to reverse it back more and more, go deeper back and live a longer, happier life. So after necrosis, then liver failure, and any of these diseases you get from fatty liver, especially fibrosis and cirrhosis. If you have fibrosis or cirrhosis in the late stages of either of those, it is much more possible that you may get liver cancer now, because your liver is not being able to clean the blood. So that's the progression of liver disease. Healthy liver, fibrosis of the liver, fatty liver, which is the fat comprised, then swelling, then fibrosis of the liver, fibers in the scar tissue, then cirrhosis of the liver, tons of scarring and the degree around the portal vein area where the blood connects to the heart, then necrosis, very hardened and everything shrinking down and hardened cells, and the lobules on the liver cells are degenerative and they're causing problems, and the liver is decomposing, basically it's dying. So at necrosis, that's where it starts to get pretty bad, and then after cirrhosis, liver failure, and that's the end. And anytime you can get liver cancer through the progression of those diseases. So best of all is preventative medicine, I believe in, educating people about the importance of the liver and what it does to allow people to eat a better diet, which won't bring on so much cirrhosis of the liver. It's very common to have fatty liver, and that's very easy reversible. Don't worry if you have fatty liver, just follow my liver flush recipes, the liver cleansing diet and stuff, and do some liver flushes and get her back into healthy shape. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the progression of liver diseases by Liver Flush Man. Thank you.